Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. You make this parade a mere charade if you're marching just for fun. Our troops must feel your thanks for real before the marching is done. They know side by side you can match their stride to the drum beat and the brass, but they're not impressed with you unless you can match their stride in class. This may not sound too diplomatic, but I cannot be more emphatic as I tell you, it's problematic when you do less than your best. Especially when it's because you put your brilliance on pause for the mere peer applause it draws from a so-called friend doing less. Quit playing, I'm saying, you know that you are great, and we know it, so show it. Don't make our heroes wait. In this parade, please wave your grades at the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. For those of you who already do the things that make us proud, your nation in appreciation says thanks to you out loud. Your schoolmates should imitate the way you tap your potential. Let me try to convince them why their effort is essential. Our men and women in uniform, before, during, and after Desert Storm, always perform above the norm, anywhere and everywhere on the planet. They need to follow our heroes' lead, but they cannot lead if they cannot read. Allow me, please, to plant this seed. Don't take freedom for granted. I'm serious, I'm furious to see U.S. schools behind. Remove the clatter, it's just a matter of our making up our minds. In this parade, please wave your grades at the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. We believe in you, warriors protect you to do what you must to rise. Please do your part. Please start before another warrior dies. In this parade, please wave your grades at the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. They sacrifice for you. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. Please.
Good afternoon and welcome to Wave Your Grades on KUAW.org, the academic patriotism program that is dedicated to veterans and serious secondary scholars. I am your announcer, DeQuay Wilson. Now here is our host, civilian urban educator, Carl Boyd.
Thank you so very, very much, DeQuay Wilson. Today is a very special program with some very special guests. We are honoring on today's Wave Your Grades program Dr. Edith Coleman. And we will have calling in, and we shall call some of those closest to her and most significant in her life, therefore most significant in our lives. Dr. Edith Coleman has a background that includes an association with Brown v. Topeka, 1954. But someone who can explain far more eloquently than I is Miss Cheryl Brown Henderson, founding president, the Brown Foundation for Educational Equity, Excellence, and Research. What a blessing that we have a relationship. And please, Cheryl Brown Henderson, introduce yourself to our Wave Your Grades audience.
Yeah, thank you so much, Carl. I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing the show on my telephone, but I certainly appreciate the invitation to be among those who are honoring the life and legacy of Dr. Edith Coleman. As Carl said, I'm Cheryl Brown Henderson, the youngest daughter of Oliver Brown, for whom the landmark Brown versus Board of Education decision is named, my late father. Dr. Coleman is connected to the Brown decision in that Her aunt, Lucinda Todd of Topeka, was one of the strategists behind the monumental case, the Topeka case, that is, because Brown v. Board, as many of you know, is a collection of cases from other geographic areas in the country. But getting back to Dr. Coleman, she was somebody I was honored and privileged to know. She was lionized, and rightfully so, as an educator. But not only that, she was somebody who was focused on her community and faith. You know, in reading her obituary, I was so impressed. There were things I did not know, and am now pleased to know about how much of herself she gave to the community. And it speaks volumes to not only her and her understanding of we as African American people and how important it is to not only support each other, but to create structures so that others in our community can succeed and have opportunities. I know she was a courageous person and had a lot of academic degrees, which impressed most of us. But I just could not thank Carl enough for this opportunity to add my voice or lend my voice to those who will be recognizing Dr. Coleman for the educator and community activist and amazing person that she was.
Well, let me say to Cheryl Brown Henderson that we cannot thank you enough, not only for answering the call to be on this webcast this afternoon, but we cannot thank you, we cannot thank your family enough for leading the charge as it relates to excellence in education, most particularly as it refers to Brown v. Topeka 1954. But for those many years, through childhood until today, you have been on the forefront answering questions about the origin as only you can, but also being consistent in this struggle. So I shall just offer whatever appropriate thanks I can to the family, for the family. They adopted me as a brother, so I can say from the family. And before I let you go on this particular Saturday afternoon, please do not leave us without letting us know any way that we might honor the cause that continues, and or if there's something coming up or something that you want to make sure that you say before we go to other guests honoring Dr. Edith Coleman.
Thank you, Carl. I do appreciate that opportunity. I always want to remind people there's so much more to know. You know, we are in a period of time right now where African American history, and I know Dr. Coleman would have been on the front lines for pushing back for African American history, their attempts to change the narrative, to turn the dial, if you will. So now more than ever, agencies and organizations like the Brown Foundation who are vigilant about making sure classroom teachers have the resources they need to teach about our experience, to teach our story to young people. You know, we talk about American exceptionalism, but there's no willing to accept the fact that what African Americans were able to overcome was in fact that very exceptionalism. We are the ones that laid the groundwork and make this, to help make this country what many want to believe it to be as exceptional. But the Brown Foundation has a website where all this history can be read. We will not have any programs coming up until May of 2026, May 17th, which is the anniversary of the Brown decision. And that's an activity that each year Dr. Coleman would attend our commemorative program, so she will be missed in our audience. But please visit our website at brownvboard.org and spend some time there and become edified about not just Topeka, but the sacrifices made by so many to make sure that we could be on the radio today, to make sure we can dine in restaurants, to make sure we can travel without obstacles. So there's so much more to know. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you so very, very much. we're going to continue the program with some local guests. But again, I cannot thank you enough. Calling in from the state of Florida, keeping us in touch, keeping up with us, and I pray that you don't mind my boasting a bit that you have allowed me to be a member of your board.
Absolutely, Carl. Thank you so much.
Thank
and for
you.
those that continue to honor Dr. Coleman, thank you so much.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. This is Waive Your Grades. And Waive Your Grades is a program that is dedicated to those who serve, and we ask each week and ongoing that American students strive for excellence in honor of our troops. We have veterans who come on the program. We have some very special young people who come on the program. And our dedication is asking that American students honor those who have served and who are serving in a way that goes beyond, quote, waving the flag, unquote. That's why we say waive your grades, waive your leadership, waive your community service, waive your awareness of the importance of education. This program is called Waive Your Grades. And we have on the line now, as we continue, Willadine Johnson, a very good friend and closer friend to Dr. Edith Coleman. Thank you for being with us, Willadine Johnson. Good afternoon to you. Now, am I not hearing her? Am I the only one, or?
I'm here.
All right. Thank you very much. I hear you now, and I want to thank you for being with us. Please introduce yourself, and let's talk a bit about Dr. Edith Coleman.
All right. My name is Willadine Johnson, Terry Johnson, and Edith was my cousin.
Now, when we think about the significance of the day, and we just had Cheryl Brown Henderson, the founding president of Brown Foundation, who was very anxious to let us know how much she respected and appreciated the relationship that she had with Dr. Coleman. Now we are honored to have someone who has a deeper relationship for a longer amount of time. And if you had to describe that relationship and things on your mind about Dr. Edith Coleman, what would you tell us this afternoon?
She was a wonderful, wonderful woman. There's nothing that I can say bad about her. She was very intelligent. She took up time with the young people. She was a teacher and also a principal, and she loved helping people. Anytime that she could assist you in any way, she would do that. She was just a wonderful, wonderful person. We loved her so much. She did so much for anyone, downtrodden, the people, anyone that needed help. She was always available there to help you. And not wanting anything from you. She just was that type of a person, just beautiful inside and out. And we loved her so much. And we just know that she's with the Lord now, and we just are so thankful that she was in our lives. And I can't say anything but just glorious, glorious reviews for her. Her life was really well lived, and if everyone could live the way she did, what a wonderful world this would be. Just an excellent individual. And she just directed choir. She played the piano. She would talk to students, and she would help them with anything they needed. If they were going off to college and needed something, always a person that was there to help you. Always. And you just could not find a better person. She helped me in my life before through sickness and help. She was always there to help me. And I just appreciated that so much, and I loved her so much. And we're going to miss her, but you know she's always with us. She will forever be in our hearts. And I just, like I said, she's just an amazing human being. And my sister, Gemma Banks, is here also. So she also has something to say. Now, if you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer anything that you have.
I'll do that very quickly, as a matter of fact, because about Dr. Edith Coleman, I could ask questions all afternoon.
Right.
But one of the things that you have already broached that I appreciate your saying is her, quote, being there for you, unquote. And let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. The family was kind enough to refer to me as a brother. I arrived here from Chicago, Illinois in 1980. December 25th, 1980, I joined Palestine Missionary Baptist Church. And with my having transferred from another part of the United States to keep me feeling welcome over the years, I did indeed meet, and when I had the occasion to sing a solo once or twice, Dr. Coleman was the one who was on the keyboard. Which I appreciated. But here's the thing that you can speak to better than I could ever. When I met Dr. Coleman, it was only a few years later that her family met with what seemed to be tragedy after tragedy.
Yes.
And she was one upon whom they depended.
That's right.
But I cannot describe it nearly as well as you might be able to help us to understand.
Well, I can give you and tell you what has happened. My husband was very ill, and he needed a liver transplant. And the doctor set everything up to he had to be flown by helicopter to Omaha, Nebraska, to the University Hospital there. And there was one miracle after another that happened with that. But I just wanted to tell this incident of what happened. We were having our 49th party at our home, 49th anniversary. And my husband had asked her, this was after his transplant and everything, and although he was very ill after, he asked, would she please do our 50th, because she could coordinate and she could do anything. And she said, well, sure, I would love to do that.
Wow.
And so the next year, in 2010, that's because we were married in 1960, and that's what she did. And it was at our church, Palestine Missionary Baptist Church of Jesus Christ, and she did so excellent. She coordinated and did everything. She made sure that we had that the men had their tuxedos. She got my dress for me. She knew that we were in dire need financially. It was, you can just be bankrupt once you have a really bad illness. And she did everything for us.
My God.
Everything. And see what I mean about that type of a person?
Yes.
That would do something like that.
This is so.
It was just unbelievable.
My God.
That type of a person she's just so giving and loving to help someone like, to be going through something like that. But that's just one thing that I can tell you that, just think about that.
That is remarkable because it is one of so many things that she did.
Yes.
And everything that she did excellently.
Always.
So when she said she would do something, she didn't mean that she would, if she had the time, she would spend a little moment here or that. No, when she said she would do something, she did something. So I thank you for that very much.
I'm a living witness to that, and I'm telling you it was done right.
Praise God.
Done right.
Without a doubt. And please introduce us to our next guest this afternoon.
My sister, Zelma Banks, is here, as who you know very well also.
Yes.
So here she is.
Good afternoon, Zelma
Good
Banks.
afternoon, my brother. How are you?
I am better now hearing your voice and getting an opportunity.
Wonderful.
In,
Everything that my sister said, I'm just confirming, like a ditto. Everything that she said is very, very true about our cousin. And I call her cousin Dr. Edith Coleman. And I said she's a walking dictionary. She's very intelligent. She's articulate. And we were on the welcoming committee together. And I think that was back in the 80s when you were there at Palestine, because I used to do it at 6:30.
yes,
And you were there that Sunday. And that's when I met you back in the 80s.
my God.
And Edith was the president at the time, and then I followed in behind her as far as president. But she authored a book that was for the welcoming committee. And that was just something that the ones that came in knew that could refer to as far as being able to correctly do a welcome. And she wrote in there as far as when we'd start out, we'd say that we have come to the point in our service where we pay special recognition to our visitors. And as your name is called, will you please stand and remain standing until after you have received the official welcome? And this was in her book. And when you're speaking, you want to speak to your congregation or your audience, whomever you're speaking to. You don't want to look down, and that's the way I am. And that's one of the things that I learned from my mom and from Edith, because she was so articulate.
Yes.
And she wanted everything done right. Everything had to be done just special. So we're really going to miss her. And she even helped me when my daughter passed away in 2010. She wrote the obituary.
Yes.
She did the program, and everything, like Will Dean said, everything was just done right. And, there's a pen that I have, and there's a saying on it that it says, those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear. So that's my opinion of my cousin, Dr. Edith Coleman. She is very dear to us, and we're going to miss her. And I'm always saying that we know that the Lord is going to wrap us up and tie us up and tangle us up in His love, because she's in the arms of Jesus, safe in the arms of Jesus.
Well, let me tell you, as you and Willa Dean and others know, she is pleased.
Yes. We know that she's looking down on us. Yes.
Well,
And like I said, we're going to miss her, because she was very, very special to the Terry family. And I'm just so glad that blessed that God put her in our life at the time that He did.
Well, I want to thank you, because when I think about that, I moved from Chicago in 1980, and we can all look at each other and talk about how that time passes. And one of the things that we can be grateful for, and I have had the occasion to say lately, because at my age we might lose someone, isn't it wonderful that we have so many positive memories?
Yes.
So that
it's just amazing, that
yes,
God put her in our lives at the time that He did, and left her on this earth for the time that she was able to give Him all the praise, the glory, and the honor.
Well, let me say to you, and you can pass it on, of course, to Sister Willa Dean. I don't know if you have already read either the Globe.
No, I was going to get the Globe. I think they have it at church.
Or,
probably get it tomorrow.
okay, well, in the Globe, in the Call, and in the next page, KC, is an obituary. And I'm not going to read all of that, but when I finish reading this just short passage that I do, I think that this covers what they meant to say. Please stay on with me as I read this to you right quick.
Okay.
Dr. Coleman,
But she wanted to say something else too. Okay.
Dr. Coleman departed this life at Sunrise Assisted Living of Leawood on September 18th, 2025. And then I'm simply going to read. Funeral services will be held on Friday, October 3rd, 2025 at 11 a.m. at Palestine Missionary Baptist Church of Jesus Christ, 3619 East. Oh, wait a minute.
East
This
35th
says 39th Street, so
So that's
I'm glad I'm looking at that.
3619 East
35th Street.
And Stephanie did say something about there was another error in there because the visitation is from 9 until 11, and the service starts, immediately at 11 o'clock.
And by the way, here in the next page, KC, it does say visitation 9 until 11 a.m. at the church.
Okay.
And the arrangements entrusted to Lawrence A. Jones and Sons.
Right.
Of course, there's much more. I just wanted to read that
Right,
basic.
Right. Yeah, there were some errors because Stephanie did, point that out yesterday when I talked to her. So they'll be coming in today, but she didn't say exactly what time that they're coming in.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, she and some of the family are going to be coming in today, and then all through the week they're going to be staying out there in Blue Springs at the, I think she said the Drury Inn, but we tried to get the best Western for them because she wanted to get someplace close, to the church where they would be able to commute back and forth.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so very, very much to take this
you are
time.
my brother. Okay, hold on. Willie Bean said she wanted to say something else. Okay,
Please.
Hold on. Thank you
Yes.
so much. God
Thank
bless
you. God. Thank you.
Okay, Carl, I forgot. Edith was also an author,
Yes.
and her book that I have here is called The Debutante That Went Astray, and it's a biography of Martha Jordan, wife of Louis Jordan, the late great jazz artist.
Wow.
By Edith A. Coleman, Ph.D., and she autographed it for me. It says, to Willa Dean, may God bless you for all the wonderful things you do. I hope you enjoy reading this book. With love and gratitude, your cousin, Dr. Edith A. Coleman, and which I did. It was just wonderful. She was asked by Mrs. Jordan to do this
My
book
God.
for her. So I wanted to get that in also, that she was a wonderful author.
Thank you so much. That is absolutely amazing. But she was an amazing person and still is.
That's right. Absolutely.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, we hope that we gave you some insight and that people were able to get something out of what we said, because we realize we have a short length of time. But I thank you so much.
All right. I thank
so much
you.
for thinking of us.
God bless you.
God bless you, too.
This is Wave Your Grades on KUAW.org. And we have been blessed on this particular occasion to hear from Ms. Cheryl Brown Henderson, founding president, Brown Foundation for Educational Equity, Excellence, and Research. We have heard from Willadine Johnson and Zelma Banks of the Edith Coleman family and members of Palestine Missionary Baptist Church of Jesus Christ. And this very special program is dedicated to Dr. Edith Coleman. When we come back from our break, we will hear from Big John Coleman, the husband of Dr. Edith Coleman. And first, we will take our normal break, looking forward to hearing from our brother, and nothing but goodness, nothing but heavenly messages coming to us on this particular occasion. By the way, let me just say that Wave Your Grades is a program that we have let people know is dedicated to veterans, and we talk to students who are excellent students who want to let us know the kinds of things that they are doing. And we say that when our students excel, that it really does make those who have served proud. Well, now, if we can say that about those who are in attendance because they get good grades or participate in community service or they're great athletes or whatever they might be, and that makes those who serve and those who have served proud, it is immeasurable as it relates to how proud we are to have someone like Dr. Edith Coleman be the person responsible for guiding those young people towards excellence over decades. But in addition to that, with scientist doctorate, she also has been responsible for helping young black females attain their doctorate degrees. So when we talk about wanting those who serve us and who serve for us to feel proud, my goodness, you cannot measure the number that Dr. Edith Coleman has made an impact on. And we will be hearing this name for a long time. And just like Willa Dean, making sure that we heard about her book. She's an author. Someone else will say, oh, by the way, did you know that she, and there is an absolute litany of accomplishments for which she is responsible. And we just thank you, those of you who are a part of our program this afternoon, for honoring with us Dr. Edith Coleman. And by the way, our number for those who do call in is 816-599-6893. That is 816-599-6893. And we have special call-in at this time, and we would like for that person to indeed be a part of the next half hour. We will start with our program break, and we will be talking to Big John Coleman right after these words.
Reminding our 7th through 12th grade students that you can win a monetary award from our sponsoring organization. Yes, we do say organization on purpose with purpose, Stutes for Boots. You'll write an essay titled Heroes You Know You Didn't Know Were Heroes. Your contest will identify a veteran at your will identify a veteran at your school who can be absolutely anyone, teacher, custodian, coach, absolutely anyone. If your essay is chosen and submitted by an adult who gives you permission to read it on this Wave Your Grades program, you will be awarded a monetary prize.
Yes, hold on,
send
please.
An entry or inquiry to academicpatriotism@gmail.com. That is academicpatriotism@gmail.com. Now back to our host, Carl Boyd.
Thank you very much to KUAW Wilson. Big John Coleman, at that time we were going through our mid-program break because we are looking for the second half of the program to be dedicated both to Dr. Edith Coleman and Big John Coleman. Please introduce yourself.
Well, I apologize because the phone number that is not in my contacts and with the spam. I checked my phone. I said, about time for the call. I started checking. I saw all these spams. Oh, my God.
That's it.
Forgetting about that.
I have, as a matter of fact, made up an acronym for myself, TCFD. That stands for Technological Challenge Frustration Disorder. As a matter of fact, I added an S, TCSFD, Technological Challenge Significant Frustration Disorder. But I appreciate your patience. I appreciate the fact that you are willing on this occasion at this time. Condolences, obviously, for the family. thank you. And in honor of Dr. Edith Coleman, if you would, in your way, introduce Big John.
My name is John Coleman, a.k.a. Big John. That's what she prefers to call me, and my friends have all called me Big John. I'm the husband of Dr. Edith Coleman. We were married for 52 years.
Yes, God
And
bless you.
we had a great relationship and a great marriage.
Yes.
And she was a beautiful lady.
It occurs to me that even as there were times fairly recently as we were growing older when I would have the occasion to call, almost 100% of the time you were with Edith Coleman.
Oh, yes, every day. I try to get out there and spend some time with her every day.
Yes, sir. And when we think about recalling the life of such a person, obviously it's way more than we could capture, and certainly in a venue like this. But there are some things that might be highlights, and of course we wouldn't have time for you to do them all. But what are some of the things that we can appreciate about Dr. Edith?
Well, the one thing I can really say about her, she was kind, she was generous,
Yes.
and she was a very understanding and sweet person. And she took the responsibility on herself to accept people for what they were,
Wow.
and not for what they wanted to be. You know, she had that sense about her, you know, when a person was for real and stuff like that. And I love that about her. She was so genuine. She was very creative and master musician on the piano.
Yes.
Taught lessons, arts and crafts. She gave out so many Christmas presents that you couldn't find anywhere in the country because she would make them and farm in her kiln and then paint it and give it to you, and they were keepsakes. So, and she was just such a sweet person, a genuine person, and I loved her so much.
You know, when you said that, it occurred to me that wonderful Wanda and I could invite you over to the house, and we have an area where we have placed presents from Dr. Edith and Big John Coleman.
Oh, yeah.
Very creative, where you'll see them nowhere else.
Nowhere else. It's her own creation. I've got a lamp that I'm looking at right now. It's about 6 feet tall. She put the kiln, it was in a kiln.
Yes.
She painted the lady. She bought the base for it to go on.
My
It's
God.
sitting in my corner right now, and I hope to take a picture of it so I can show that to the people, because it is a fantastic piece of art, and I love it to death. I thought about transferring it to her services, but I didn't want it to get broken.
My Lord, let me say to you that we have been honored. We wanted this last half of the program to be dedicated to you, but in the first half of the program, had the opportunity to hear from Willadine Johnson, Zelma Banks, and you cannot imagine how I felt listening to them recalling. I got here in 1980. That's when I joined Palestine Missionary Baptist Church of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And it was in the 1980s when I met your family and Zelma and generally
Right.
those activities. But I was suggesting to them, as I shall suggest to you, there's no way to have enough time to capture the different things that we enjoyed in our relationships.
That's right.
How would you go about? And by the way, I realize that if we start now, and you begin to name some things. We might be through by next Wednesday, but in this program, just a few things from Big John about Dr. Edith.
Okay, number one, she was so kind
Yes.
and understanding,
Wow.
and blended two families together, and she understood how that worked, and she understood it and handled it gracefully. She was so positive about so many things. She was very positive and never had a negative vibe about anything.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
We never had arguments. Arguments was something that we never did. We would discuss something
Yes, sir.
and settle it, and that's it. And that's one thing I was really proud of.
And I think I heard you say 52 years.
52 years.
My
Yeah.
God, congratulations.
And we dated for 2 years, so it's actually 54 years.
Yes, sir.
But 52 officially years, yeah.
Outstanding.
Half a century.
My God. And I am so pleased that when I got the paper, the next page KC, and the call paper, and I understand it's also in the Globe with the
Right.
write-up yesterday. So when I wanted to do this program, my God, I called Cheryl Brown Henderson of the Brown Foundation. She came on, opened the program with us from Florida, said that immediate yes. Excuse me. Excuse me. Take another break. I want to. Excuse.
And you're listening to KUAW Radio, Kansas City's global community radio station. You can pick us up and this show and other shows 24 hours a day right here in Kansas City at the W.E.B. Du Bois Learning Center. You can pick us up on Facebook, on YouTube. You can pick us up on Facebook and YouTube. And if you have a smart speaker like Alexa or Google, just tell it to play KUAW Radio, and we'll come in on it and stuff. So we can be picked up audioly 24 hours a day on Get Me Radio, my online radio box, and my radio tuner. So there's a lot of different ways that you can pick us up, and we hope that you will continue to listen to Wave Your Grades and the other great shows that we have right here on KUAW Radio, which stands for Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. And now we'll get ready to go back to the Carl Boyd Wave Your Grades show.
Thank you so very much. I hope you can hear me all right.
Yeah, I
And,
can hear you. I can hear you.
Outstanding. Forgive me for that. Just had a little throat problem. But as it relates to having that relationship from Palestine, you're enjoying the relationship for half a century, which is really just remarkable.
Yeah.
I would like to mention a category and then just have you respond. One category is family relations. I was saying to Willa Dean and Zelma that I was privileged to be near Dr. Edith Coleman when there was a series of what were almost tragedies in the family, but she became the matriarch, whether she was older or younger. And
Yes.
if I just say the word family, how does Big John respond?
Well, when she was 15 years old, 15 years old, her mother was dying of cancer.
Wow.
And her mother told her one day, I was not there, but this is what she told me, that when you come home the next day, don't go out and play with the kids and all that. I need you to come in to the house because I need to teach you how to cook. You have 4 younger brothers and sisters here. You're the oldest child. You have to start doing the cooking, the cleaning for them, the hair, the homework,
My Lord.
and things like that. And that's what she did at the age of 15 years old. What were you doing at 15 years old? I asked anybody. What was you doing at 15 years old? She was taking care of 4 of her young siblings and did an excellent job. And still, after getting them with the hair, the work, the homework, and getting baths and cleaning and all that, she still made the honor roll in her high school at that tender age. It's unreal. It is unreal.
Now,
Plus, she was taking piano lessons.
you absolutely foretold where I was going with categories, because I said family. If I offered the category education, you were close to this highly educated person. How would you
Yes.
describe that?
Yes, I was privileged to. I met her, and we were 29 years old, 71, and she already had her bachelor's, her master's,
Wow.
her specialist, and she was going to enter the doctoral school at the University of Kansas because she could not attend the career day in her high school in Girard, Kansas, because her principal told her, and I quote, "You will only be a maid, cleaning people's houses,
Come on.
and things like that, and you will don't need to go wasting your time going to career day because
My Lord.
you just won't be that. It's not for you." And so I had the honor and the privilege after graduation, after she got her hood, and they hooded her. I took the plaque and we drove back down to Girard, Kansas, and I had the opportunity to knock on the principal's door and said, "I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Edith Coleman." And the lady said, "Well, I was just kind of encouraged her." I said, "Oh, okay, thank you." And we
Yes,
left.
yes, of course.
Mhm.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
And
right.
the third category, as I think about, again, my conversation with Cheryl Brown Henderson, Willardine Johnson, Zelma Banks, takes me to seeing how Big John Coleman would describe what I would refer to as, quote, creativity. They were saying that an event or something was coming up, and if she made herself responsible for helping to prepare whatever it might be, she had the most creative
Yes.
thoughts in the universe.
Yes. She just had an understanding of the way things should be done, and she did it. Larry Johnson, Willardine's husband, they had their anniversary, and they was trying to figure out how to get this done, how to get this done. She laid it out for him.
Yes,
Put it
sir.
all on
Yes,
paper,
sir.
laid it out for him, had everything all set up for him, and did everything, and had it going on. As far as other creativities, like I was talking about the gifts that she would print and
Yes.
things like that.
Yes, you
The
mentioned that.
fashion shows that she created,
Right.
and the Wendy Fashion Blast was her baby. She called it Quad C Productions. Quad meaning 4, Coleman and Coleman commentating and coordinating.
Wow.
That was her baby.
Watch out.
She did that. She created it. We had big fashion shows in the city, all over the city for years, and it was just her creation. It was just in her to do things that was just creative. That was God's gift to her. That was God's gift to her. Put all that in one person, but she had it. She had it.
And she was God's gift to us.
Yes, especially to me.
Y- y-
Yes, me. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. So I would not think, I am so very certain that there will be, on an ongoing basis, certain kinds of tributes. And those of us who would like to offer that from across the land and, by the way, beyond, know that there is no, quote, tribute, unquote, that is adequate as it relates to Dr. Coleman. Is there anything that you would like to see? Now, I'm not suggesting for a moment that even Mr. Coleman could come up with that would be adequate, but as it relates to our paying attention to the life, is there anything in particular that you might like to see?
Yes, I have made up my mind that I think that I would like to publish a book about the life and times of Dr. Edith Coleman.
Yes.
And I want to keep her legacy going on because it is brilliant. It's fantastic. It's just beautiful. It's just her life. Her life is just. She helped so many people, the kids, and
Yes.
things like that.
Yes.
Being a principal, she would take her own money, and some kids in the class in the school would not have things. And she would buy stuff for them herself, because she knew they didn't have it.
Wow.
And they had hard times, so she would buy stuff for them. I don't know if it was illegal or not, but she did it anyway because she said they need this, they need that. So
Absolutely.
I like to have some kind of tribute going on for her, and I do not plan on letting her legacy just stop. I plan on doing something.
Praise
I don't know
God.
what, but I plan on doing something down the way all the time.
Well, I'll tell you this: if one of the things that you were thinking about was to have those who know her make a comment about her as part of your book, then you would have to do volumes 1, 2, and 3 at least. And then we would all want to read what others had to say to see how similar it is to our experiences. And I'll be careful not to be lengthy in this, but you know personally firsthand, and you know about the two of you personally and firsthand, being a wonderful help to me in my life, not just making the transition from Chicago to Kansas City, but many of the endeavors that I had where education is concerned. My God, I could write at least one book myself.
Yes.
And you will find many people saying that same thing.
Yes. I think that's going to be my project and my goal, because I do not want this legacy to end. I want people all over
Yes,
to know
sir.
about the beautiful lady that accepted me as her husband, Dr. Edith Coleman.
All right.
Beautiful lady and so sweet.
Well, we are coming to the end of this program, and I would like for you to make sure that you say to us whatever you would like to leave us with where Dr. Edith Coleman is concerned.
Yes, I would be more than happy to. She was a very sincere, dear, caring person, even on her bed of affliction.
Oh, yes.
She would always check with me to see, am I taking my meds? Am I going to the doctor? And she was one that was so sick that she was concerned about me taking care of myself so I could come and see her. And I just think that is so beautiful, and that will stick with me forever and ever and ever. I will never, ever, ever forget that, the way she thought about me and the way she loved me, and it's just so beautiful. I mean, it's just a beautiful love story, and it was wonderful. It was a wonderful trip. I told her several times when she was well and when she was sick, all the way up to a couple of days when she passed. Thank you, sweetheart, for this journey called life. You have made my life so wonderful, so beautiful, and I just appreciate it. You could have chose Leroy, but you chose me, Big John. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for the journey and the ride. Thank
Praise
so much.
God. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
God bless you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
And to the family. This is Wave Your Grades, KUAW.org. Sister DeQuay, I cannot imagine. This was in one day's notice when I was looking at the obituary in the paper that each of our guests, as it were, for today's program were contacted, and 100% of them said yes. And looking at the kind of technology, we're all seniors. My wife would have you to know that she doesn't use the laptop and the computers and all of that, and I don't to the degree that I might, but they agreed to allow us to call them, and cannot express my appreciation enough for them. Yes. Oh.
I'm just glad that it worked out as well as it did.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so very, very much, and thanks to all of those who were with us. Dr. Edith Coleman. Now, once again, let me just read. Funeral services will be held on Friday, October 3rd, 2025, at 11 a.m. at Palestine Missionary Baptist Church of Jesus Christ, 3619 East 35th Street, Kansas City, Missouri. So if you read where it says East 39th Street, that is an error. Funeral services will be held on Friday, October 3rd, 2025 at 11 a.m. at Palestine Missionary Baptist Church of Jesus Christ, 3619 East 35th Street. Visitation 9 until 11 a.m. at the church. Arrangements entrusted to Lawrence A. Jones and Sons Funeral Chapels. Condolences may be shared on the lawrenceajones.com website. This is Carl Boyd. Let me turn it over to DeQuay Wilson.
I would like to thank our very special guests, our listeners, and our viewers for joining us on your Stoots for Boots Wave Your Grades program. We come to you live every Saturday from 1 until 2 p.m. Central Standard Time from the W.E.B. Du Bois Learning Center right here in Kansas City, Missouri. I am your announcer, DeQuay Wilson. Now our host, Carl Boyd, will close with his daily message for students in honor of veterans from his book, Morning Messages.
To students across the USA, your Stoots for Boots message for this day. Troops marching in formation march with great precision. Students march at graduation because they made a great decision. Troops marching in formation march with great precision. Students march at graduation because they made a great decision. We thank you so much for being with us on Wave Your Grades. Thank you so much to our very special guests today, Cheryl Brown Henderson and Zelma Banks and Willadine Johnson and Big John Coleman, all of us speaking to the life and times of Dr. Edith Coleman. Gracious God and wonderful Wanda, I'm on my way home.